All right. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, and a sincere salutation to the Akim pushing his truth and sincerity, Bahasham Rakah Kodash. Okay, and basically this is going to be a video on how we shouldn't be shaken in mind, in spirit, or in letter. And these are epistles, so these are kind of like letters. So we're not going to be shaken by the videos that we see, or but that we encourage one another to be stronger. All right, so I'm gonna start in the book of Second Thessalonians 2:1. All right, this is a letter from Paul, Silvanus, and Timotheus. All right, beseeching or asking urgently, of the brothers, that they shouldn't be shaken, and the apostles and brothers, and that's what we do to the body, to each other, that we admonish one another that we should not be shaken in mind or in troubled in spirit or by letter. So I'm gonna start as in the first verse. It says, Second Thessalonians 2:1. Now we beseech you, brethren. All right, beseech is to ask urgently, by the coming of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, and by our gathering together unto him. Right, this is a gathering together, the whole body unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that ye be not soon shaken in mind or be troubled neither by spirit. Right. Shaken. We shouldn't be shaken, it says. Oh, well, it doesn't want to play. It says, salute you. All right. A motion produced by wind, storms, waves to agitate or shake, to cause to totter. All right. To shake down, to overthrow. Right. We shouldn't be shaken to the point of the overthrowing of our faith. All right. To move, agitate the mind, or to disturb one. Right. We shouldn't be agitated in our minds. We shouldn't be moved. We shouldn't be disturbed, man. The Paul, Silvanus, and Timotheus, like the apostles and the elders and the brothers, they admonish us not to be shaken in the mind or moved, agitated, or be troubled neither by spirit. This is troubled. To cry aloud, make a noise by outcry, trouble, frighten. To be troubled in mind, to be frightened, alarmed, right?
Strong's G 2360. Thraeo.
Right, we shouldn't be moved or alarmed. All right. Nor, it says, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter as from us. Right. So the apostles are always admonishing us, don't be shaken, man, in your mind. Don't be moved. Don't be troubled in spirit, neither by videos, or anything. From them, because they would admonish, the body. This was them talking to the Thessalonians, as that day of Hamashiach is at hand, right? That day, the day's coming, man, when the Lord's gonna, judge every man for his works. All right. This is, I'm gonna go to the book of First Thessalonians. This is 1 Thessalonians 3:3. It says that no man should be moved by these afflictions, right? No man should be moved, man, by these afflictions. Listen, what afflictions is. The Thlipsis.
Strong's G 2347. Thlipsis.
Right. This is oppression.
Thlipsis.
Oppression, affliction, tribulation, distress, straits. All right. Burden, persecution, tribulation, troubles, anguish. All right. So we shouldn't be moved by affliction, man. Tribulation, distress. Let's see. Tribulation, a cause of great trouble or suffering, man. Extreme anxiety, sorrow, or pain. Straits. Right, so the apostles were admonishing us of all these things, And it says it's a situation characterized by a specified degree of trouble or difficulty. Right. So we're not supposed to be moved by any of these things, man. That no man should be moved by these afflictions, For yourselves know that we are appointed thereunto. Right, we're appointed. All right. It says, let's see. It says to be, metaphorically, to be by the Most High's intent, destined. We're destined for these things, man. It's, it's supposed to be this way. For it says that no man should be moved by these afflictions, for yourselves know that we are appointed thereunto. So we know through reading the scriptures that we're appointed unto these things. We're appointed unto all these troubles, man. For verily, when we were with you, we told you before that we should suffer tribulation. Right. Paul was telling them, the Thessalonians, that it said that we were with you. We told you before that we should suffer tribulation. So we're supposed to suffer these things, even as it came to pass, and and it happens. And brothers, know, for this cause, when I could no longer forbear, I sent to know your faith. Right. Apostle Paul was always checking on his churches, that he went to teach at, the gathering of the saints. All right, teaching the word. It's for this cause, when I could no longer forbear, I sent to know your faith, lest by some means the tempter have tempted you, and our labor be in vain. Right. So Apostle Paul was letting them know he could no longer forbear. He could not wait. He wanted to know, so he would send Silvanus or Timotheus. All right, that the tempter have tempted you. Tempter.
Strong's G 3985. Pyrazo.
Right, temptations of the devil. That's what it says right here. Temptations of the devil. It says, in a bad sense, to test one maliciously, craftily, to put to the proof his feelings or judgments, to try to test one's faith, virtue, character, or by enticement to sin, to solicit to sin, to tempt. All right. Right, so the temptations of the devil, man. It says, lest by some means the tempter have tempted you, and our labor be in vain. Right, the apostles, labor to teach, the churches, and it be in vain. It says, but now when Timotheus came from you unto us and brought us good tidings. Right, Timotheus, brought back Paul good tidings of their faith and charity, and that ye have good remembrance of us always, desiring greatly to see us, and we also to see you. Right. Okay. It says, then therefore, brethren, we were comforted over you we were comforted over you in all our affliction. Right. So the apostles were comforted, knowing that, that the church, that they were having charity, they had faith, they were always remembering the words of the apostles, and they weren't shaken. So we always had to, bring these scriptures out to play into the body, to know that, not to be shaken, all these things were written aforetime for our learning, Therefore, brethren, we were comforted over you in all our affliction and distress by your faith. Right. Brothers get comforted by other brothers' faith, distress, that anxiety. For now we live if ye stand fast in the Lord. Right. And you feel good. Like a brother just called me, I was praying, I was meditating on some things, and the brother, we were talking, and that brother comforted me. So, we live if ye stand fast in the Lord. Brothers, we live, what does live mean? It says to enjoy real life, right? We enjoy life now that we, hear that the brothers are doing good, and they remember the words of the apostles. They're not shaken in their mind, that they're not moved, all right? To have true life and worthy of the name. It says to be in full vigor, to be fresh, strong, efficient, active, powerful, efficacious. All right. Right. True life, powerful, standing in the faith, man. So the apostles, apostles and brothers, they stand, they live, They stand, in comfort in real life, knowing that, brothers are standing fast. If ye stand fast in the Lord. This is therefore, brethren, we were comforted over you in all our affliction and distress by your faith. So even they were comforted in their affliction, because we're all suffering affliction. We're all going through something some way or another, man. That's why we need Yahweh Shai, man. All right. For now we live if ye stand fast in the Lord, right? You have to stand fast, man. That's the thing. You have to, be strong, stand firm, to persevere, to persist, to keep one standing. Oh, this thing doesn't want to play. Stako, I believe stako. This is to keep one standing, to stand firm, to persevere, to persist, to keep one standing, right? Right. So now there's real life, man. You feel strong and comforted and refreshed if ye stand fast in the Lord, man. And that's the thing. You have to stand fast, man. This is 1 Corinthians 16 and 13. It says, watch ye, stand fast in the faith, quit you like men, be strong. Right. So, Paul was always checking on the churches, man. We always have to check in on with each other. The brother just called me and I was, thinking, I was meditating, and, I was reminding myself that I have to persevere and stand strong. And the brother was telling me, not to be shaken, to continue, and we live, man. We get strength and we're strong. We see other brothers persevering. That's what it's all about. Watching other brothers persevere and stand strong. This is, let's see. Watch ye stand fast. There's that word. To keep one standing in the faith. Quit you like men. Be strong.
Strong's G 407. Andridzamai. Andridzamai.
To make a man of, or make brave. To show oneself a man. Be brave. Right. You have to make yourself a man. You have to make yourself stand strong. Be strong. So, we shouldn't be moving, man. We're appointed unto these things, and like Paul, like they felt alive when brothers was in the different churches standing strong and persevering and keeping their standing. We also should feel the same way. All right. This is kind of, I had written this lesson down, but, I decided to do it. I had it on the back burner. So, Lord willing, it was edifying. Okay. Until the next time, I want to say shalom.